Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm a planetary scientist. A planetary scientist is someone who studies pretty much anything that's in space, including our Earth, moons, other planets, and even stars. One of the main parts of my job is to study asteroids and how they impact the moon. Asteroids are rocky bodies floating in space that are orbiting the sun. Our moon doesn't have an atmosphere. An atmosphere is like a protective shield going around the entire planetary body. The Earth has an atmosphere, so only really large asteroids can burn through the atmosphere and actually impact the Earth. Because the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, there are a lot more asteroid impacts on the moon. The moon and the Earth formed around the same time, about 4.5 billion years ago. Since the moon has formed, there have been over 1 billion asteroid impacts. So we look at craters on the moon. We try and see how old those craters are, which tells us when that asteroid hit the moon. Let's say 1 million years ago. It gives us a good clue that probably the same thing has happened to the Earth. Now we're going to make our own impact craters to see what asteroid impacts look like on the moon. You can do this at home. All you need is some flour, a bin to contain it, some cocoa powder, and something to act like your asteroids. It could be rocks or pebbles or even some marbles. You may also want to wear some safety goggles. All right, I've got my flour in the bin. And now I'm going to add some cocoa powder to the top to represent the top layer or the surface of the moon. Make sure you cover all the flour with cocoa powder. I'm going to shake it a little bit to make sure everything is spread out evenly. Okay, now we're going to create our impact craters. I'm going to start with my small rock and just drop it at this height. Okay, I'm going to remove my rock gently, and the hole that it's left behind, that circular feature, is our impact crater. And we see some of the flour splashed out as well. When an asteroid hits the surface of the moon, it brings out fresh rocks and some sand from beneath the surface. Now this is fairly a small size crater. I'm going to try to see if I can get a different sized crater if I use a bigger rock. I'll drop it from the same height. Our new impact crater is larger than the first impact crater we got. It's because we used a larger rock. Again, a lot of the rocks and the sands seem to be in a circular pattern around our crater. But if I compare the two, I can see a lot more flour, which in this case are those rocks and sand that have been splashed out. But what if we have an asteroid that hits from a different angle? I'm going to give it a try and see what my other crater might look like. Oh, have a look at that. We can see all of the sand and the rocks, or our flour in this case, is splashed only in one direction. Not all asteroid impacts come in the same direction. They could hit the surface of the moon at very different angles. Studying the size of the impact craters or the way that the rocks and the sand have been splashed out of them can help us figure out more information about asteroid impacts on the surface of the moon. If you want to do different types of experiments, you can use different sizes of rocks. You can try dropping them from different heights and see what happens. See if your craters look any different. I became a planetary scientist because I've always been interested in space and I had a lot of questions about it. The best part of my job is that I get to see images and pictures from other planets and the moon that have been taken by real space missions, and I use them to answer a lot of questions about how different planets have formed and how they've changed over time. If If you also love space and want to become a planetary scientist, make sure you study math and science. Be curious, ask a lot of questions, visit a library to read as many books as you can about space, and visit different space agencies' websites to get more hands-on activities that you can try at home. If you also love space, want to work with cool images from other planets, or help plan future space missions, you might want to become a planetary scientist too.